Good evening, everyone. Thank you for joining us for our York City Council meeting, January 20th, 2025. At this time, we will be taking public comment for non-agenda items. We ask everyone to limit their comments to 5 minutes, but I do want to recognize School Board Director Margie Orr for being here with us today. Thank you so very much for spending your time with us this evening. And so if anyone has any comments on non-agenda items, the floor is open for you.
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Miss Natalie Williams.
I'm sorry,
Natalie Williams.
Thank you.
And I work for ACMS, the Crossing Guard. I'm here today because I have some concerns. First of all, I didn't like how when I came about this job, and there was two people in the room, and the two people was in the room. One was a supervisor, and the other one was his girlfriend. However, Joshua Sweeney and the girlfriend was Lexi. I forgot the Schaefer. I forgot the last name. However, I had some concerns how they was looking. Now, I'm a former social worker, and I dealt with domestic violence, HIV, HIV, medical, mental, and one more thing. I'm tired because I've been running all day. However, they didn't look. Their facial expressions looked like they was high. Like I said, these the type of people that I worked with for over 15 years. However, when he asked for my documentations, I submitted it to him, but he passed it off to her. Why? She wasn't nobody after the fact that I found out. She was just a regular guard too, even though that's his girlfriend. So I was kind of skeptical about that due to the fact in the past, somebody was using my identity. I had identity theft. They went and bought cars, bought a house and everything. And how I found out when I moved down here to go get my first car insurance. And that's how I found out. However, since I've been working here also, as I've been reading, that we're supposed to be paid $28.50, something like that. Mine's is only $18 and change, and I'm quite sure the other guards was getting that amount. Where's the money going? Third of all, when I have concerns, okay, who can I go to? Because everybody that I call, I never get through, okay? And I think that's not fair. Not only to me, to all the other guards that's working too. It's cold out there. My concerns is about the children. I didn't know that, like I said, doing my readings, my fact finding, I didn't know that we was only supposed to cross the children, not the adults with their dogs and their cats and stuff like that too. But I still was doing it, okay, because that's my job. However, I think it's not fair how we being treated, okay? But my more concern is when I hand my social security card in, like I said, I had identity theft, and he handed it off to his girlfriend, okay? I seen her on 2 occasions when I was in need for something at my post, like a jacket or whatever have you like that, because the jacket I'm wearing now is all beat up, look like I'm on drugs, you know? However, I remember when Miss Tracy Hill told me that she ordered jackets for everybody, but we never received it. I always have a hard time getting through to them, okay? And it's not fair. And again, I'm a piggyback on when I have some concerns that I need to discuss with the supervisor, where can I go? Where can I go? You understand? It's not fair. And I'm going to bring her name up again because I've seen her face every day. I got tired of seeing her face. Miss Tracy Hill. She would come through these posters and make sure that we was all right. Are we too cold? Are we too hot? Another thing, they never informed us if it's 25 degrees, and it's in the paperwork, and there's 10 factor shield, windshield, we supposed to sit in our car. We can't. Because if we do, we get written up. I don't know what type of rules or regulations that they go by, but it's not right. I always do my homework before I go upon a job. And that's what I did. And when I rode around and looked, oh my gosh. Okay. Like I said, I just hope that it's not about a money thing, but if you have that in your paperwork, $28.50, why are we getting $18 and change? Thank you.
Is there any other, further council comment, is there any further comment this evening from our public on non-agenda items?
Good afternoon.
Good afternoon, ma'am.
My name is Annie Spellman, and I
Miss
cross
Annie,
that
say
by
your
the,
last name again for me, I'm sorry.
excuse me,
Say your last name for me again, Miss Annie.
Spellman,
Spellman, thank you.
and I cross on, by the firehouse in Turkey Hill over there on Carlisle. No, not Carlisle, shoot. Roosevelt in Maryland. And Shelby, got a habit of going and sitting in the laundromat, see if I'm doing my job. This year here be 11 years, I was doing that job, and I never had no problem until she took over. And then she wanted to call herself trying to fire me, and I wouldn't sign no papers. She had turned my phone off. I couldn't clock in, but I still went to work. And I don't like that. I'm the good worker. I miss no work. I'm tired of her. Just keep picking. She don't know her job. Thank you.
Thank you, Mrs. Spellman. Is there any further comment this evening? Yes, sir.
Hello, my name is Carrie Lowry.
Say the first name again, I'm sorry.
Carrie,
Carrie?
yeah. I was previously crossing guard for ASCMS, whatever. Yeah, I was let go over something, no reason. I went to work every day, never had a problem. Clocked in, clocked out every day. But since new management came in, I got fired for no reason. So I wanted to come and say something about it.
Well, thank you, Mr. Lowry.
Thank
Is there any further comment this evening from the public regarding non-agenda items?
Good evening.
Good evening.
My name is Monica Green. I also worked as a crossing guard, and I was wrongfully terminated just for showing a concern. And I stated the concern to the HR of the company, which is stationed in California, and I said, I know this is going above the norm, and I probably am going to get in trouble for this, but I voiced my opinion. And long after I said everything I had to say to her and wrote it down, she turned around, her and Shelby, Demetria and Shelby, fired me. No warning, no nothing. And they want to say it's not because of whatever was going on, but it felt like it because I opened my mouth. I just wanted to say that.
Well, thank you for sharing that with us, Mrs. Green. Is there any further comment from the public this evening regarding non-agenda items? Yes, ma'am.
Hi, my name is Alyssa Jackson. This is my very first city council meeting. I'm here because I felt a responsibility to my community. to be here. I am increasingly concerned about ICE's presence in our community. I have seen the fear that it causes firsthand. There are people in our community afraid to leave their houses, afraid when they're going to work, afraid when they're picking their children up. My question is, what is this council prepared to do to protect our community and our undocumented neighbors against the aggressive ICE crackdowns in our community?
Thank you.
Thank you.
Is there any further comment from our public? Yes, ma'am.
My name is Aline. I want to talk about the crossing guard. We know, number one, we had a guy before who used to come around every time. And he was the one that said, if the kids are not coming and it's cold, you can sit in your car and warm yourself up because there is nothing to warm up there. Number two, what I have to say secondly is that after he left, we had nobody to call. You will call the supervisors or whoever it is that they give you a number, and it always was a recording. You never knew anything. That went on for about 2 or 3 years. When Miss Tracy came, she worked for a whole month and didn't even get paid. And I stopped down the street from where she was, and I said to her, I said, well, I guess you're going to be here for a while, because she was there for like 3 weeks. And she said, yeah, I've been almost here a month, and no, I didn't get paid. And I said, you didn't get paid? She said, no. And then I had a number in California that I told her. I said, call them and tell them you didn't get paid. And that's how she get paid. Nobody can find out whether she get paid or not. And she was at that corner for 4 weeks. Then she took the job as to check everybody else. She took the other guy job, which is a supervisor's job. And I don't understand. From the time she took that job, everybody got new coats, new hats, because I had one was an old hat for forever. Everybody got all their equipment that they did. Certain things she'll say, well, do you have any of this? And I said to her, I said, well, nobody gave us that before. I had an old one. She said, well, it's there you can order it. She can order it. And that's how everybody got new coats and everything else. And then then we had a picnic. And I'm going to tell you how it all started. We had a picnic in the park because they did a walk around and they complained about us not looking good. And I guess they told her at the picnic that they didn't appreciate it, because everybody on that side of this, where Miss Tracy was, they all look good. Everybody come in, put their clothes on, and they all look good. And from the time that picnic was, everything went downhill from that. Everything went downhill. It was a bickering, a fuss, and everything else. And we never had that before. So I don't know what kind of management they have here, because I didn't even know the lady who was supposed to be the management here. I have never seen her till she had something in the park about a year ago. And I found out she was there like 4 or 5 years. Never seen her, never talked to her. So I don't understand why is this having so much confusion where it never had one before. So in my opinion, I think if you're efficient at what you do, I guess it's not good enough. And that's the only problem I have with it. That we have somebody that's doing the job, that comes around and check on you every day, and then this is what we get. Then we have nobody coming. So I don't understand it. If they could explain it to me, I'll be happy, but I just don't understand what the problem is. Why she should get fired for something that she was doing right. That's all I have to say. So you at City Council, check and find out why. That's the only thing I want to know, why. Nobody's saying why. I said, why Ms. Tracy isn't back? Well, we don't know. It's corporate. No, they all know what they did. And that's not fair to none of the people who worked with her and had a good relationship. That's not fair to her and all of us in our section here. So that's all I have to say, and thank you very much.
Thank you.
Could you say your name one more time for me? I didn't catch it. It was Marlene?
Yes, Aline.
Aline?
Mm-hmm.
Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Hello.
My name is Jacqueline Alvarez, and while I'm talking to express my concerns following ICE and their presence in York City. While ICE is federal, the city has a role in protecting residents and ensuring local resources aren't contributing to unnecessary force or violation of rights. How does the city make sure local police aren't participating in excessive force and that no one is targeted based on race, ethnicity, or national origin? How can residents safely report incidents if they occur? Will anyone answer? I also want to ask if other boroughs in York County are planning to join the 287 program like the West York Borough has joined in August of 2025. And how does the city plan to respond to protect residents? I urge City Council to respond within the next couple of weeks and prioritize transparency, accountability, and the safety of all residents. Thank you.
Thank you, Ms. Alvarez. Is there any further comment this evening from the public regarding non-agenda items? Yes, ma'am.
Good evening to you all.
Good evening.
My name is Margie Orr, of course. I'm currently on York City School Board. And in addition to that task, I'm chairperson of our finances. This is why I'm here this evening in support of these folks. I need some direction on the hiring of this agency who takes care of our the crossing guard contract. Who do I need to speak to about this? Because we do pay half of that bill. And it's my understanding we've never sat on any negotiations, anything. And I'm wondering why that is. If we're responsible for paying half of the bill, then I want to know what we're paying for. And I've been hearing some horrible things about this contractor that I'm not pleased with at all. The discrepancies, the racism, the firing of people, which constitutes, lawsuits. And I certainly don't want anybody coming back to us suing the school board. But like I say, we do pay half of that contract bill. I do know that the city is responsible for getting contractors, but I would like to sit in on it. I was very disappointed in hearing that you had a viable contractor who resides right here in York who applied for that position, and I'm at a total loss as to why he didn't get it. Someone who was born and raised right here, knows this community, and would have taken very good care. In fact, he has his own security business. So I'm at a complete loss as to how this happened. So I'm hoping you, Madam President, or your board can give me direction on who I need to speak to get to the bottom of this. I know there's a 60-day clause, and because we haven't even approved it yet, so I'm at a loss as to what's going on with this contract. It came to us, and we put it on hold, but we have yet to hear back from the city about this contract. So I'm hoping, and of course, they don't have half of our money. I don't know if you all have given them half of yours, but they haven't gotten half of ours as of yet, because like I said, I'm a great stickler for taking care of finances for our city school district. So give me I can speak to you all after the meeting and see what information you can give me and where do we move from here, because I am really disappointed on what's going on with our crossing guards. Yeah, and this should not be happening. Thank you.
Thank you. Yes, ma'am. Is there any further comment from our public this evening regarding non-agenda items? Okay, it is 6:19 p.m. and we will call our legislative meeting to order. Madam Clerk, can you please call the roll?
Bub,
Here.
Sufler,
Here.
John Askew,
Here.
Buckingham. Here. Washington.
Here. And at this time, those who can stand, can we please stand for the Pledge of Allegiance? and following a moment of silence.
I
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. You may be seated. At this time, we will take action on previous meeting minutes. I make a motion to approve our January 5th, 2026 meeting minutes.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Anyone abstaining? That moves forward. In regards to presentations, awards, and announcements, our York City Council Youth Council Committee. City Council is now accepting applications for its new Youth Council Committee through March 23rd, 2026. It's open to all York City students in grades 10th through 12th. This committee serves as an advisory body that empowers young residents to voice their ideals, influence local decision-making, and develop leadership skills. Our youth can apply through our website at yorkcity.org. They can also contact our wonderful city clerk, Diana Thompson, at 717-849-2246 or dthompso, that's DTHOMPSO, at yorkcity.org for more information. Moving along to our scheduled meetings, our next committee meeting is scheduled for Wednesday, January 28th at 6 p.m. here in council chambers. All agenda items are due by 12 noon on January 21st. Our next legislative meeting will be held on Tuesday, God bless you, on Tuesday, February the 3rd, 2026 at 6 p.m. here in council chambers. Agenda items are due by 12 noon on January 28th. We will move along to our legislative agenda. Up first, we have subdivision and land development in Harb. We have resolution number 5.
So introduced.
All right, so that is resolution number 5, introduced by Terry Jonescu. Be it resolved that council hereby approves the certificate of appropriateness for work to be done in the applications filed for 209 East Philadelphia Street and 308 South George Street.
Move to approve.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded. Is there any council comment this evening regarding this matter? No? Any public comment? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Okay, Supler,
Yes.
Buck,
Yes?
Jonescu,
Yes.
Buckingham,
Yes.
Washington.
Yes, and that moves forward. Up next, we have resolution number 6.
So introduced.
Resolution number 6, introduced by Elizabeth Buck. Be it resolved that council hereby consents to the reappointments made by the mayor of Nicole Gaines, Dana Moore II, and Christopher M. Velez as members of the York City Planning Commission to all serve in said capacity until the first Monday of January 2030.
Move for a vote.
Second. It has been moved and seconded. Is there council comment regarding this matter this evening?
Yes, please. And I prepared my statement because there's a bit much there. As we sit here with this business before us in Ross Township, a Pittsburgh suburb, my brother is before the township commissioners, making his case and accepting questions, completing an interview in his bid to become seated on the Equal Opportunity Board. There are 4 applicants for 1 seat. One of the applicants is the incumbent. Expiring board terms are declared vacant. The incumbent must reapply, and applications are accepted from interested residents. My brother is gay. He's an advocate for his community and strongly supports civil rights protections for all. Like many of us, he's concerned about current national climate. He is a great candidate, and I'm not saying that just because he's my baby brother, even though he's 50 and balding. I find this approach to filling board vacancies really interesting. Boards, commissions, and authorities make decisions that impact the community. These positions are important. I have stated several times that in the 2 years I have attended planning commission meetings, I have not seen a single denial of an application. I try to figure out the intersecting positions of the city staff who always recommend denial and the commissioners who always approve. In all but a couple cases, the approval has been unanimous. I do not have access to the packets. There is typically little discussion. I learn as much as I can from what is presented. Two cases stand out in 2025. In March, an application was presented for a property on Roosevelt Avenue. An attorney for a neighboring property shared that the property line was being disputed in court, suggesting that the application be tabled. The application was approved. It moved to zoning, where after lengthy discussion, the solicitor persuaded the members to table the application. The application eventually came back after the matter was settled to both, amended to account for the corrected property line. In May, the operator of 3 recovery homes requested approval for a 4th, all in the 400 block of West Market Street. I could recall other group homes approved in this area called Doctors Row and wondered if the commissioners remembered this. Planning Commission approved the application, leading to further concentration of this use in one neighborhood. Zoning also approved this application. Doctors Row is really group home row. The concern over this additional group home resulted in an email to council from a WECO business owner. She requested that the city deny the application. I responded to this constituent, explaining that planning and zoning already approved the application. I further explained that council has no authority over the decision of the boards. Council only has the authority in appointment of board members. This brings me back finally to Ross Township. I learned from their protocol that the appointment of individuals to our boards is an important matter and shapes outcomes affecting the well-being of our community, as we will decide this evening. And I hope at some point maybe we need to revise our ordinance and look at Ross Township as a model for really, vetting our board members. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman Janescu. Is there any further council comment regarding this matter? Any public comment regarding this matter? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Supler,
Yes.
Bub,
Yes.
Johnny Skew,
While I appreciate the commitment and the time and expertise by people who serve on our boards, my vote is the only opportunity I have to affect any change. No.
Buckingham,
Yes.
Washington,
Yes, and that moves forward. Up next, we have resolution number 7. So introduced.
give me 1 second here. All right, and that's resolution number 7, introduced by Queen of Washington, whereas an agreement between the city and Community Life Team to provide emergency medical response in on December 31st, and whereas the city wishes to continue its agreement for emergency response, medical response services to continue January 1st, 2026 for 5 years at an annual cost of $225,000. Now therefore be it resolved, council hereby approves an agreement with Community Life Team Incorporated.
Move to approve.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded. We have Chief Adam Smith here with us today from the New York City Fire Department. If you want to share a little bit with us?
Yeah, so at the end of 2025, the current contract expired. We sent out an RFP. Life Team was the only bid that we received. The terms are essentially just a renewal of what we already had in place. So we're happy.
Thank you. Is there any council comment regarding this?
Yeah, that was a question that I was asked if there was going to be an increase, and it appears it's stable cost since 22.
I have a quick question.
Councilman Supler.
Okay.
I'm sorry, could you repeat that again, Councilman Supler?
I was asked about if this was an increase, and it appears it's been a stable cost since 22.
And I would ask, the contract talks about them sending monthly statistics to the fire department. Are you getting monthly statistics or reports from them?
I can't speak for that directly because obviously I was not the chief at the time, but I do have evidence that we did at one point receive monthly reports, and I'm sure the Life Team will continue to do so in the future.
And as far as the payments, are they submitting monthly payments? I guess you maybe haven't seen them yet. Are we all caught up? And if you know that everything's,
Did we submit payments to them, or did they submit payments to us?
did they submit invoices, I guess, through December and, or have you seen one for January yet or anything?
Typically, that's handled through the business administration.
It wouldn't go through. It wouldn't come to them.
They wouldn't have you guys approve it? Okay. Okay.
But it is budgeted in our annual budget.
Is it budgeted for the amount in the contract?
Yes.
Super. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman Buck. Thank you, Chief Smith. Is there any further council comment regarding this matter? Is there any public comment regarding this matter? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Supler,
Yes.
Bub,
Yes.
John Askew,
Yes.
Buckingham,
Yes.
Washington.
Yes, and that moves forward. Up next, we have resolution number 8, so introduced.
Resolution number 8, introduced by Aquina Washington. Whereas the Bureau of Health provides public health services to the city of York, and whereas the county, through the Department of Human Services, Children and Youth and Families Agency, is authorized to administer child welfare services and to contract for provisions of such services, and whereas the county has requested that the city continue to provide plans of safe care services pursuant to a purchase service agreement for the period of July 1st, 2025 through June 30th, 2026. And whereas the city, through the Bureau of Health, will serve as the provider for said services, now therefore be it resolved that the council hereby approves an agreement for same.
Move to approve.
Second.
It has been moved and seconded. I believe we have Mrs. Monica Kruger here. Oh, yeah, there she goes.
Hello. So basically, we have a longstanding relationship with children and youth, and they continue to fund the work that we do, preventative services, through our Healthy Moms, Healthy Babies program. So what this is this is additional work that we will be doing under Act, I'll read it, under Act 54 of 2018, plans of safe care were implemented and required. And basically what that is that a plan of safe care be developed for every infant under 1 year of age who is born and identified as affected by substance use, withdrawal symptoms resulting from prenatal drug exposure, or fetal alcohol syndrome disorder. So it's this service, what we will do is we will be providing that. We will be coordinating meetings that are required under the Act to happen so that we can support the women that fall into that category. So it's pretty self-explanatory, and that is the reason why we bring it forward, because it's in addition to what we already have an agreement with.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Is there any council comment or questions regarding this?
Yes. In the contract, there was a reference to Exhibit C, and this was one of my questions as to what the compensation was, and that for the City of York, plans of safe care shall be compensated for fiscal year 25-26 in the amount not to exceed $38,117.76.
So what is there a question there?
I'm sorry, real quick, could you repeat that, that amount?
$38,117.76.
So the question is, so basically that will support the individual that's doing the work. It's this is new for us, so this is the first time that we will be taking on that. We will be working alongside of them so that we ensure that we are doing what is required. So it's not a full-time position, but it will support the work that that individual will be doing.
Thank you, Councilman.
Yeah, thank you.
We find that it's going to cost us more than that, then we'll go back and ask for more money.
Sounds good. Thank you.
Okay, sure.
Is there any further council comment regarding this matter? Is there any public comment regarding this matter? Madam Clerk, please call the roll.
Supler,
Yes.
Bub,
Yes.
John Askew,
Yes.
Buckingham,
Yes.
Washington.
Yes, and that moves forward. Up next, we have resolution number 9.
Councilwoman John Askew, that is you.
Oh, so introduced.
Okay. Resolution number 9, introduced by Councilwoman John. Whereas Article 1312, fee schedule of the ordinances, authorizes council to establish fees for applications, permits, and appeals provided for under the zoning ordinance in order to defray associated costs. And whereas increases in costs of administering, providing services under the city's zoning ordinance have created the need to adjust the corresponding fees. And whereas Article 110 of the city's ordinances provides that such fees shall be established by resolution of council, now therefore be it resolved that council hereby establishes fees in accordance with the schedule that is hereby attached.
I'm not sure if this is the right time. I'd like to make a motion that we move this resolution into committee for discussion, for further discussion. Do I have a second?
I'll second that.
That motion has been made and has been seconded. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye. Anyone opposed? Anyone abstaining? That moves forward to place resolution number 9 into committee. Thank you.
And that will appear on next Wednesday. Is that the 28th?
Yes.
Next Wednesday's committee agenda.
Thank you, Clerk Thompson.
Can we have someone from zoning or planning or someone from committee, maybe they're listening, and to be at committee to help us understand the increases?
Yep.
Talk about that a little bit.
Yes, I agree, Vice President Buckingham. Definitely to have someone from the administration there to discuss with us the increase in the fees and the reasoning behind that, so that way we can have a better understanding, as well as the public to have a better understanding. Thank you. Moving along, do we have any comment from the administration this evening? Is there any council comment this evening?
Yes. Sorry, I'm like a little dry. Yes, I wanted to give some shout outs. I wanted to give a shout out to the Advantage program for putting on the I Have a Dream conference at Logos Academy. I also want to congratulate York College of Pennsylvania's Knowledge Park, Nassim and Company, and Kishinet for their respective ribbon cuttings and grand openings. I also want to say thank you to the administration for removing the George Street wall, and to the York, yeah, a lot of people, positive feedback on that. And to the York City Police Department for apprehending the suspect for the January 11th slaying of a 31-year-old. And although it isn't perfect for the North Street, Queen Street area, but those improvements are much better than what they were. And for a lot of people who drive over there, it's like you're in a boat kind of thing. So now you're kind of like a slight tide. And also just further comment for our youth council program that I hope that we get a lot of submissions. I hope we get a lot of people who want to participate, so much that we have to find other areas, and there are other areas. There's the York City School Board has a spot for students to be a representative on the school board, and then there's also for the Human Relations Commission for the city, there's the Junior Human Relations Commission for students to participate as well. So there's tons of avenues, and I hope we get a lot of submissions, and then we can find the right fit for our students. And I also wanted to make some, I have a couple concerns about other items that, yes, the police were able to find for the one suspect, but we also have still an outgoing issue, and I hope we find a solution for the January 11th shooting of a 14-year-old. So I hope we get some quick resolution on that, as well as a resolution on the ongoing encampments along the creek from Grantley to Richland. And I also want to share with the public that I've been working on some legislative updates for the HRC and HARB for continuous improvement. And I've been working on crafting a hate crimes legislation where an alleged gay bashing happened over the summer downtown, and it highlighted gaps in our protections under the law for our LGBT community. And I've also been asked to look into regulating data centers and further combating trash pollution and pretty much anything related with housing. And so my city communication has been up and running. People are welcome to reach out to me and contact me at rsupler@yorkcity.org. And my phone number is 717-676 2259. And I also have a Facebook account, Ryan Supler York City Council, or I'm sorry, Ryan Supler City Council. And certainly, I definitely feel for our former and current crossing guards that came in, as well as Director Orr. And I hope we can come also to a resolution on that. There is that 60-day clause period, and that those contracts are yearly. And certainly we can put out the, well, that'd be up to the administration to handle that.
Yes.
But we can also have our heartfelt sentiments of where we would like to see this go. And we also have the vote for when that comes up. And definitely thank you for the folks coming out and speaking on that item.
Thank you, Councilman
Thank you.
Supler. Is there any further council comment this evening? Yes.
I also want to give a shout out to the Advantage program for an amazing program on Saturday around Martin Luther King. Very motivational and wonderful for our children. But also yesterday, both Crispus Attucks and Bible Tabernacle Church held Dr. King events and services. Both of those two really made a point of highlighting Dr. King's work other than what we traditionally think of as his I Have a Dream. And it was a great learning experience for me, and a great experience to participate in both of those at Crispus Attucks and Bible Tabernacle.
Thank you, Vice President Buckingham. Is there any further council comment this evening? Yes,
I'm going to share it, but I also went to the Logos event on Saturday and got to hear Daniela Gabrielle Smallwood,
yes,
her presentation, and it was an inspirational speech talking about how people can succeed, goals, position, and strategy, her GPS plan for people. And I'm going to put out, she offered a 30-day, she has a 7-day coaching exercise that she offered so people can take action, and it is at www.dgexperiences.com/GPS. So look forward to taking a look at that and wanted to share that with everybody.
Thank you, Councilwoman Linda. Any further council comment this evening? All right, it is 6:42 p.m. and our meeting is adjourned. Everyone have a wonderful evening and even greater week. Thank you.